What's up, guys? Black Rose Duelist here, and today is the top 5 decks of October 2016. It just seems like yesterday when this new format started last month, and it feels like it really changed during that month. The thing with this format, unlike other formats, is it really feels we're not too different from the OCG, but it's starting to feel like we are in a way. I mean, we just hit Cosmo, and they just got Cosmo. Weird things like that. It's just like so many things are different in our ban list now that we really have to not depend on the OCG like we have in the past. Since forever, we've always looked at the OCG and basically thought, okay, those are the top 5 decks. Those will be the top 5 decks here. The decks that are number 1 there are going to be the number 1 decks here. We're going to play the same decks, same builds. We know what to come, like we know what's coming. We just have to prepare for it. And now, because the formats are so different and we're getting cards at different paces, when we went into this new format, it felt like a brand new format, and it felt so different, and it felt so confusing because I don't think anyone really knew what the number 1 deck was. No one knew the deck to go to, the deck to beat. No one even knew the number 2 or number 3 deck. And I feel like in the past 30 days, we've really figured it out. I think we're still figuring things out. As we know, Cosmo, not as relevant as they were last month, or even at all like they were last format. Monarchs obviously took a fall, so we know those decks aren't as good anymore for sure. We know that Kaijus are very, very important now, and really decks that can utilize it the best benefit the most, and it's just really interesting. So I'm going to start off with number 5, which is Dark Synchro. This is a deck that not many people know about, and I think it's going to be kind of the dark horse of the format. No pun intended, Dark Synchro, dark horse. Anyways, the deck focuses on level 8 Synchro summons, among other type of summons, like going into Ultimaya, Tzolk'in, or whatever, the Crimson Dragon guy with the Gofu, and then basically their main strategy is like getting Destiny draw, D-draw, sending Malicious, drawing 2, summoning Gofu, the Blackwing, and then special summoning Malicious. So you have a level 6 and a level 5 there, and then you use Level Eater on the Malicious, making it a level 5 and level 5, and then you summon Ultimate Tzolk'in, whatever. And then you summon a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. And you're left there with a huge beater that gets even stronger and also negates things. And then next turn you can go for the amazing card you have to play like 2 or 3 of, at least 2, and that is Psyframe Lord Omega. This is a deck that I would genuinely play. I'd actually really be interested in, and I'm going to test it a bit in the next coming days. But it's just really, really expensive because of the Psyframe Omega being like $100 almost. So the deck is very unexpected. It's easy to decide against, but it's not too relevant to where you would dedicate space to. And it's just really, really powerful. And I think you're going to see a lot of people in this deck popping up a lot. At number 4, we have Mermail. And I was just talking about Gamma Seal and Kaijus, how if a deck can really utilize a Kaiju, it's going to be really, really beneficial to the deck. And Mermails use it amazingly. They didn't get hit on the list at all, so they really are still at their full power, kinda. And they really, I mean, obviously Dragoons could be at 3, and is Gundy still at 2 or 1? I don't know. They're not at full power, but they're at the same full power that they were like 2 formats ago. But now they have the new Mermail. The new Atlantean. And now they have Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal is obviously very, very, very good against lots of matchups. And now, if Gamma Seal, like other decks, if you have a deck and you can't use Gamma Seal, you can't use Gamma Seal, and it's a weak card in your hand that you can't use. With Mermail, it's in the other way. So if you're Gamma Seal is the Aqua Water one that has like 2200 attack, like the most popular one. If you can't use Gamma Seal for its effect, you can just ditch it for a water effect or ditch it for an aqua effect. And it's searchable. It's just really, really good for the deck. Not only that, but obviously has lots and lots and lots of good plays among the deck itself. You can go into OTKs with Megalo and the equip card and stuff like that. So the deck is very, very powerful. I really wanted to put it at number 3, but I don't know if it's really there yet. When Tree Toad comes out, I'm thinking a solid number 3 because that's when ABCs are coming. So yeah, I think it's a really good deck, and I think a lot of people are kind of underrating it. Number 3, we have down 2 spots, Blue Eyes. I almost wanted to take this off the list if I'm really being honest. I feel like this deck is so I don't even know. I feel like it was all talk, no action when it came to the TCG. Obviously, it won Worlds, and it did really good in the OCG. I just feel like it's kind of doing nothing right now in the TCG, and I feel like it's gonna have no real time to shine because, okay, this list doesn't include ABCs because they're not gonna be out when I make this video, but next month, when ABCs are gonna be on this list, I think they take the shine out of Blue Eyes because decks like PK Fire, decks like even Mermail, and even Metal Foes, and even the deck I first mentioned, Dark Synchro to an extent, I feel like all of them still are unique in their own way, while I feel like ABC, I don't know why, I just feel like Blue Eyes are just going to seem so unappealing once they come out. Because PK Fire, they still have their spam rank 3s. Mermails have their Gamma Seal and their OTKs. Metal Foes go crazy. And Blue Eyes, I feel like all of their plays are kind of weak compared to the ABC Metal Foes. Even Mermail, once they kind of get their Tree Toad, I feel like their plays are kind of lackluster. And just summoning a Blue Eyes at 3,000 or another 3,000 beater doesn't really cut it anymore. So I still have high hopes for this deck. Obviously, it's number 3. It's the 3rd best deck of the month. But I just don't think it is going to perform the way we thought it was when it first came out. And I think that it's really going to keep on falling as the months progress. With the new Destiny Hero support coming out might help Dark Synchro a bit. Not only that, but we're also going to get the Dark Lords. We're going to get the ABCs. We're going to get maybe some game-breaking Spiral support. So I really don't know. I just don't see a good future for this deck. Number 2, we have up none and down none. PK Fire. This deck, I don't know what you're going to do to it to make it die. Putting water over it's not going to stop it. You can't put the fire out. It just ridiculously resourceful is the good word. You can't kill it. I'm not even talking in terms of just the idea of the deck alone. You can't kill any of their monsters without it getting another card. And that other card will do the same thing. It just keeps on replenishing itself until you're out of resources, your opponent is. It's just so good with its having recurring effects and all of the power that it possesses. I just really don't think the deck is going to die unless it just stabs Dante and bans it. I don't even think limiting to 2 would do anything. Limiting it to 1 would do stuff, but banning it would be the ultimate nail in the coffin. And really the first nail. There's been kind of pokes here and there, but they're like those little tack things you put on a board, a calendar or something. I just think this deck will never die. And the deck is just so powerful and so resourceful, and there's really not much I can talk about it because it's literally been on this list since it came out 2 years ago now. So yeah, that's that. Number 1, we have Yang Zing Metal Foes, or Metal Foes in general, because there are some other decks like the Magic Spectre Pendulum version of it, so there are other versions. The deck is very, very, very fast. The fact that it just can... Okay, you can play Yang Zing, play a Metal Foe. Metal Foe destroys the Yang Zing. You get 2 cards off that right there, okay? You get to set a card, a Metal Foe, and you also get to summon another Yang Zing. Then you get to go do this and this and this and this and this, and combo. It's just so powerful. and really can get out not just beaters. And that's the thing. Like when I talked about Blue Eyes, they have strong combos, but their combos are really just beaters. When it comes to Yang Zing, Metal Foe Yang Zing, they summon the beaters, but those beaters have effects that destroy your opponent's field too and ruin their field and their play style. And I just feel like that's the really good thing about it. And it's just one of those decks where going first isn't bad, going second isn't bad. Really, at any given point in the duel, it can explode. And it's just really good. And I feel like I don't know enough about the deck. And that's kind of going to be my worst thing against it. Because if I duel it right now, I'm going to lose. Because I still don't fully understand it. But all I know is it's an extremely, extremely, extremely destructive deck that is really hard to beat. And it just combos so well. And yeah, I'm excited to see the future of this deck. I think Metal Foes get more support in the next set. So we're going to see this deck not only doing good, but doing even better once more support comes. And yeah, thanks for watching. These have been the top 5 decks of October 2016. I feel like next month is going to be really weird because the format has still not been solved, I don't think. We know that Kaijus are very important to be splashed in every single deck. We know that Mermails are going to be good now. We know that ABCs are coming. We know that Dark Lords are coming. And Dark Lords have been doing pretty good in the OCG. Partially because they have card destruction or hand destruction. They have 3 upstarts. And that really helps the consistency of the deck, but it doesn't hurt. It's not going to kill the deck over here by any means. So it's just like the format's still kind of like all over the place. But next month we're going to be getting ABC and Dark Lords. And we're going to be getting Tree Toad. So it's going to be weird. Thanks for watching though. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.